Picture this: Dover Motor Speedway. All-star race weekend. Thousands of fans packed into the stands. The energy is electric. Everything feels normal. Then, in a split second, everything changes. A reporter, a runaway pit cart, and one NASCAR crew member who sees disaster unfolding right in front of him. Most people would step back. He stepped in. But what happened next surprised everyone. And before we get into it, if you're a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started, and we're pushing toward our next subscriber milestone. This channel is all about real talk from fans who live and breathe this sport every single week. All right, let's get into it. So here's what went down during Dover race weekend. A heavy pit cart, we're talking serious weight and momentum, suddenly had its brakes fail. At first, nobody saw it coming. Then the cart started rolling downhill, fast, and standing directly in its path was Fox Sports pit road reporter Amanda Busick. There was a tire wall on one side, equipment on the other. She had nowhere to go, and she knew it. Now here's where this story hits different. Donovan Williams, tire carrier for Spire Motorsports number 7 Chevrolet, sees what's happening. And in that moment, he has a choice: run, freeze, or act. He doesn't run. He doesn't freeze. Instead, he puts himself between Amanda and the runaway cart. He tries to hold it back. He tries to get her out of the way. But there was one problem. The pit box had too much speed. The collision was unavoidable. They crash together. They slide 5 to 10 feet. And when everything finally comes to a stop, the pit box is on top of him. He's on top of her. For a few terrifying moments, nobody knows how bad it is. And listen to how Amanda described that moment, because her words are something else. She said her brain was desperately searching for any possible exit strategy. Time entered that strange place where everything feels fast and slow at the exact same time. And she says she'll never forget looking up and seeing Spire crew chief Brian Patty reaching down through the wreckage to pull her out. But then something unexpected happened, and honestly, this part gets me every time. Amanda suddenly realizes she's still on the phone with her mom. Think about that for a second. Her mother had just heard everything. Now Amanda's searching through the wreckage looking for her phone, because she knows her mom experienced the entire thing from the other end of that call. I'm just going to say it straight. That is one of the most harrowing pit road moments this sport has ever seen. Meanwhile, Donovan Williams is taken to the hospital. Thankfully, the injuries are minor. But in those moments afterward, nobody knew that. People around him were saying things like, "There's a lot of blood. I see bone." He's lying there, not even sure how badly he's hurt, waiting to find out if he's going to be okay. And that's when everything changed, because the story doesn't end with the accident. It ends with recognition. This week, Hendrick Motorsports awarded Williams the Hendrick Motorsports Spirit Award, an honor reserved for extraordinary effort, exceptional impact, and results that go above and beyond. But here's the thing: Williams had absolutely no idea it was coming. He walked into that room genuinely believing the award belonged to someone else, someone with more experience, someone who had done more for the community. He didn't think what he did was enough to deserve it. And then came the moment nobody in that room will forget. Amanda Busick was there in person to present the award. The very woman whose life he potentially saved, standing there, handing him the recognition he had earned. It's hard to imagine a more powerful full-circle moment. Hendrick Motorsports athletic director Evan Korechka summed it up perfectly. He said that not everybody in that situation is going to put someone else first. Most people are going to think about themselves, their families, their own safety. But Donovan didn't. He worried about a person he didn't even know. And Williams himself, he remained humble through all of it. He said his intention was never to be a hero. He said he was simply reacting. And he thanked God that things weren't worse for either of them, man. That's the kind of person NASCAR needs more of, not just on pit road, but everywhere. So now I want to hear from you, and I genuinely mean that. If you were standing there on pit road, do you think you would have reacted the same way Donovan Williams did? Or do you think most people freeze in a moment like that? Drop your answer down in the comments, because this is exactly the kind of conversation that makes this community worth being part of. And if the story hit you the way it hit me, smash that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation News, and let's keep building something real here. We're just getting started. See you in the next one.